Vancouver Island's most watched newscast, Check News. Here's Sky Ryan.
Good evening. Traffic is now moving again on the Malahat after a 22-hour closure sparked by a tanker truck crashing and spilling 30,000 liters of fuel. There are serious environmental concerns. Thousands are anxious to return to their own homes, and the big rig's driver who caused it all is being investigated for impaired driving. Check News reporter Lee Checkstad begins our coverage.
It was a massive effort this morning cleaning up and uprighting an overturned tanker that crashed Saturday evening.
Well, it was having trouble staying in the lane. I'm not sure why. Kicking up great clouds of dust and getting close to the edges and the center median all the way down. He was having trouble controlling the truck.
The crash spread across the highway, halting traffic in both directions. Officials had hoped to reopen the road early Sunday morning, but getting equipment and taking precautions against fire and explosion took time, frustrating drivers.
I don't understand what their problem is. It's only one tanker. Like, you know what I mean? You pump it, you do it, and get it over with. Like, I don't understand why it's taking so long.
I got to get back home to Port Alberni. I don't know if that's going to be happening.
One thing we can't show you on television is the smell out here. Even though that tanker spilled its fuel more than 12 hours ago, the smell of gasoline is still quite strong.
Fortunately, it's been relatively cool, which keeps the flammable vapors down somewhat. A bit of a breeze to help move some of the vapors away.
Spraying foam onto the area also helped reduce the fumes. Another witness to the scene says just after the crash, these holes in the tanker had fuel pouring out of them.
Well, it was coming out of the pup trailer, and it was going down the highway and into the Goldstream estuary and stuff like that. You know, there's lots of fuel being spilled.
The driver of the truck is said to be uninjured, but he's sitting in jail, possibly facing some serious charges.
There is an indication that alcohol may have been a factor in this accident.
Police aren't releasing his name yet, but the company that employed him says he was an experienced driver.
He was brought on board in the September timeframe and trained appropriately to start on a short-haul truck, to a truck and trailer, and eventually to this B train that was driving.
As the investigation continues, thousands of people who rely on this road have to just wait.
Nothing to do, just sit here.
While crews continue to clean up and try and make this road as safe as possible once again.
Traffic there reopening just before 4. Well, with as much as 30,000 liters of fuel flowing into the environment in Goldstream, it didn't take long for alarm to mount about its potential impact on the environment. Officials say the fuel likely spilled into the culvert on the side of the highway before traveling underneath the road and into the Goldstream River and estuary. Transport Canada flew planes over the area to assess fuel spreading on the water in Finlayson Arm.
I think this could have been a lot worse. I'm feeling fairly optimistic at this point that it's going to be a good resolution. We have had some impact. We've seen some dead fingerlings up at the marina. Last night, Environment Canada saw some, so we're going to have people out on the water.
The company that owns the fuel tanker that crashed also brought in land and water companies to assess any damage, though the spokesperson for Columbia Fuels tells us their investigators have found little environmental impact so far.